Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're looking at financial wellness.
Yeah, it's often seen as this huge, complicated thing, right?
Exactly. But we're thinking of it more like a journey, step by step. And, well, our source, this pasted text, kind of lays out a roadmap.
A practical one, which is helpful.
Right. So our goal here, our mission, is to just pull out the really key first steps, the things you can actually do to start building financial health without, getting totally buried in info.
Absolutely. It's less about some abstract endpoint and more about, okay, what can I do now? This roadmap helps focus on that.
Okay, first step then, know where you stand. The text talks about tracking income, expenses, debts,
hmm
using maybe apps like Mint or YNA, or even just a spreadsheet. Why is that snapshot so fundamental, you think?
Well, you just can't plan anything without knowing the starting point, can you? It's about seeing what's actually coming in and where it's going out.
Facing the numbers.
Exactly. And calculating your net worth, basically, your assets minus your debts, gives you that crucial baseline. Sometimes just looking at it is the hardest part, but it's really the first empowering step.
Right. Ignoring it definitely doesn't help. Okay, so then create a budget that works. The source mentions the 50-30-20 rule.
Yeah, 50% needs, 30% wants, 20% for savings or paying down debt.
What's useful about that specific framework?
I think it provides a really simple, kind of adaptable structure. It forces you to think about different categories, but still
Yeah.
prioritizes saving. The key thing, though, is making it realistic for you.
Yeah, it can't be totally rigid.
Not at all. Like, what's a want for one person might be pretty essential for another. It's about finding your balance. Needs tweaking.
Makes sense. Okay, next up, build an emergency fund. They suggest starting small, maybe $500 or $1,000.
Yeah, that initial quick goal, then aiming higher, like 3 to 6 months of your essential living expenses.
And keeping it somewhere accessible, like a high-yield savings account.
Right.
Why is having that cushion so vital?
Oh, it's huge. It's your buffer. Life throws curveballs, right? Unexpected car repair, job loss.
Yep.
That fund stops a surprise from completely derailing your finances or forcing you into, say, high-interest credit card debt. And the high-yield account means it's working a little for you while still being safe and easy to get to.
Crucial. Okay, then tackling debt, specifically pay off high-interest debt, credit
Yeah.
cards, personal loans.
The expensive stuff first, generally.
The text mentions two methods: avalanche, hitting the highest interest rate first, and snowball, starting with the smallest balance. Any thoughts on which works better?
Well, mathematically, the avalanche method saves you more money over time because you're reducing the highest interest charges faster.
Right.
But the snowball method,
Yeah.
knocking out those small debts quickly, can give you these psychological wins.
Yeah.
That momentum can be really powerful for sticking with it.
So it depends on the person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The best method is honestly the one you'll actually follow consistently.
Good point. Then we move to save and invest for the future. Things like contributing to a 401k or an IRA. The source emphasizes that even starting small helps.
Oh, definitely. Even like $20 a month makes a difference over the long haul.
Why is starting early, even small, so impactful?
It's all about compound interest or compound growth, really. Time is your biggest ally. Starting early lets your money start earning returns, and then those returns start earning returns. It snowballs.
And the text suggests looking into things like index funds.
Yeah, as a simple, diversified starting point for investing, it avoids needing to pick individual stocks right away.
Got it. Okay, step 6, protect yourself. This covers insurance health, renters or home, auto, maybe life insurance.
Essentials.
And also thinking about a basic will or estate plan, especially if you have kids or significant assets. Why fold these protections into financial wellness?
Because a major unexpected event, an accident, illness, death, can have devastating financial consequences without these safeguards. Insurance protects against those huge, potentially ruinous costs.
And the
That just ensures your wishes are clear and followed. It makes things easier for your family during a difficult time. It protects your assets and dependents according to your plan.
makes sense. Then keep learning. The source suggests books, blogs, podcasts, things that simplify finance.
Yeah, like The Simple Path to Wealth, or Your Money, or Your Life. Good resources.
How does that continuous learning fit in?
Well, the financial landscape changes, doesn't it? New products, changing regulations, your own life circumstances shift. Staying informed just helps you adapt and make smarter, more confident choices over time.
Right, staying current. And finally, check in regularly, like monthly or quarterly reviews, and celebrating small wins.
Yes, don't forget that part. Looking at your progress, seeing where things are going well, maybe where you need to adjust. It keeps you on track.
And motivated.
And motivated, exactly.
Yeah.
Seeing that debt shrink or savings grow, that feels good and keeps you going.
So if we boil it all down, this deep dive into the source text really paints a picture of financial wellness as a series of manageable steps, right? Not some impossible peak to climb all at once.
Precisely.
Hmm.
It's about building those healthy habits, step by step, consistently. Understanding these core ideas gives you a really strong foundation to build on without feeling totally overwhelmed by, everything out there.
Yeah, a clear path forward. Okay, here's a final thought then for everyone listening. Looking over these steps we've discussed, knowing yourself, budgeting, emergency fund, debt, saving, protecting, learning, checking which one of those feels like something you could realistically start or maybe just improve on in the next week. What's your first step?